Okay, we had success that time around. I was just doing some straightening up on the LAN room while I was copying, and it finished out this time with no errors. So, just as it says there, copying complete, you will need to restart your system before you can access the new directories. So hopefully it was just some type of glitch or something, and the data's good. But I'll remove these temporary drives, get the system kind of cleaned back up the way it's going to be. We'll boot it up, make sure everything's booting properly. We'll run a couple of games to make sure there's no errors on the drive. Maybe that'll take care of that system. And this will be our last one. So, see you in a second. Okay, we got the temporary drives out of the system, the floppy and the ugly Quantum Bigfoot. And we have the Maxter in place. It has had all the data transferred over from the Quantum Bigfoot drive. And this is going to be the first boot up. Hopefully won't have any problems or anything like that. I'm pretty sure all of it will work fine. The Maxter drive would be the only question mark in here because I have done preliminary testing to make sure it functions, copies data and stuff like that, and will take a format, but it hasn't really had any programs running on it. So we'll find out if the Western Digital program did its job. We'll go ahead and get it booted up. We've got it plugged in. All the cables are connected. Go ahead and power on here. All the fans are spinning up. No error beep codes or anything, that's good. Pin 3650, 256 megs of RAM. Detected the Maxter hard drive and the CD-ROM drive, the black CD-ROM drive, and of course we'll get the old floppy disk fail error because we need to go into BIOS and tell it there's no floppy disk anymore. I'll go ahead and press delete and get into the setup right quick. Go to the standard CMOS setup and go down until we get to the floppy option, and we want to turn that off. None. No floppies installed on this system. Back out with the escape key. Pick the option to save and exit setup. Press enter. It says, are you sure you want to save to CMOS and exit? Press Y for yes and then enter again. And the system will reboot. Going to begin detecting properly Pinion 3650, 256 megs of RAM, Maxter hard drive, GCR, which is a no-name brand CD-ROM drive, and it should boot up from the hard drive if all this data was transferred correctly. It's looking for a bootable CD-ROM and it didn't find it. That's good. Should find the boot partition on the hard drive and boot up. It's starting to worry me. It shouldn't be taking this long. Should not be taking this long to boot from the hard drive. Something's up. I don't know if the partition was not made bootable somehow or what's going on with that. Should be because it copied the data straight over from the other one. Okay, I'm going to cut right here and I'm going to see if I can figure out the problem, and I'll come back and let you know what happened. Okay, been through a couple of processes with this system. Having problems out of it after I made the first drive copy, you know, from the Quantum Bigfoot drive, and I've repartitioned and reformatted the drive a couple of times because even though the data seemed to be on there, it wouldn't boot up. It's like it wouldn't recognize it as a bootable partition. And I went into Qt Partition Manager and checked it, and it was set to boot, and I made sure it had the flag on to boot, and you know, it didn't make any changes. Every time I tried to boot the system, it would just stop when the hard drive was trying to boot up. It didn't even really try to boot up. It just sit there. And I don't know what it was, but I finally kind of wiped the drive again and got ready to recopy the data off the Quantum Bigfoot onto it again. And when I did and went into the Easy Drive program, this time it showed that there was more data on the source drive for some reason. It was saying 5%. Well, this time it was acting like it was about 50%. So I don't know, maybe it was having problems reading from the source drive the first time for some odd reason. But I've made a complete copy of it again, and it's asking me to reboot the system. So I want to disconnect the temporary floppy and the Quantum Bigfoot and try to boot up off the Maxtor hard drive again, and we'll see if it worked this time. Okay, this time looks like we were successful. It went right to booting up. It's the only drive in the system right now. You can see I've got the floppy removed and the old Quantum Bigfoot removed. And the only thing running is the Maxtor. I don't even have the CD-ROM drive hooked up right now. I wasn't going to bother hooking it up until I see it. I could see if this drive would boot up. But probably a problem with that older program, but I've used it a lot and it's more successful than not successful, so I'll probably continue to use it. But boot it on up. Got most of the games we played installed: Halo, Quake 3, Unreal Tournament, Team Fortress Classic, and GL Quake, original Quake with the OpenGL version. That's mostly what we play, which we play probably more Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 than anything. But we'll run a little Unreal Tournament here, just make sure it gets in the game and works. Got to turn on my wireless mouse. Cut off this lamp. Still got a server running downstairs, so I should be able to log on to it. Search for LAN games. Do a refresh. Should be seeing that server already. I got the wireless card in here.